Good afternoon. This is All India Radio and I'm Tanvi Taneja with the Midday News. The headlines. As many as 23 goods and services become cheaper today with reduced GST rates. Government infuses nearly 11,000 crore rupees capital in 4 public sector banks to enhance their lending capacity. Sale of 7th tranche of electoral bonds begins today. President, Vice President and Prime Minister greet the nation on New Year. Veteran actor-writer Kader Khan passes away in Canada. And India and Pakistan exchange lists of civilian prisoners and fishermen in their custodies. As many as 23 goods and services, including movie tickets, TV and monitor screens, and power banks, are becoming cheaper from today with the reduced goods and services tax GST on them. The GST Council on December 22nd had decided to cut tax rates on these goods and services and exempted music books, preserved vegetables, and saving bank accounts under the Jan Dhan Yojana from the tax. More from our correspondent.
The goods on which GST has been lowered to 18% from 28% at present include pulley, transmission sets and cranks, gearboxes, retreaded or used tires, power banks of lithium-ion batteries, digital cameras, video camera recorders and video game consoles. Third-party insurance premium on goods carrying vehicles has been reduced from 18% to 12%. The GST Council has also decided to slash tax rate on parts and accessories for the carriages for disabled persons from 28% to 5%. The other items which will attract GST rate of 5% include marble rubble, natural cork, walking stick, fly ash blocks. Air travel of pilgrims by non-scheduled or charter operations being facilitated by the government under bilateral arrangements will attract GST rate of 5%. Anupam Mishra, AIR News, Delhi.
The government has infused 10,882 crore rupees in 4 public sector banks, including the UCO Bank and the Syndicate Bank. It is a part of 28,615 crore rupees capital infusion to be done in 7 public sector lenders. The UCO Bank has received 3,074 crore rupees in the equity by way of preferential allotment yesterday. Besides, Bank of Maharashtra got 4,498 crore rupees, Syndicate Bank 1,632 crores, and the Central Bank of India 1,678 crore rupees. The government has already announced infusion of 10,086 crore rupees in Bank of India, 5,500 crores in Oriental Bank of Commerce, and 2,159 crores in United Bank of India. The sale of 7th tranche of electoral bonds began today. It will continue till 10th of this month. The government has authorized the State Bank of India to issue and encash electoral bonds through its 29 branches. The bonds are being pitched as an alternative to cash donations made to political parties to bring transparency in political funding. We have a report.
The government had notified the electoral bond scheme in January last year, and the sale of first batch of electoral bonds took place in March 2018. As per provisions of the scheme, electoral bonds may be purchased by a person who is a citizen of India or entities incorporated or established in India. Registered political parties that have secured not less than 1% of the votes polled in the last election of the Lok Sabha or Legislative Assembly will be eligible to receive electoral bonds. An electoral bond will be valid for 15 days from the date of issue. No payment would be made to any payee political party if the bond is deposited after expiry of the validity period. With Dipendra Kumar, Anuja Bhardwajan, AIR News, Delhi.
Today is DRDO Day. Defence Research and Development Organization DRDO was established in 1958 with just 10 laboratories to enhance the research work in defence sector. Talking to AIR News, DRDO Chairman Dr. J. Satish Reddy said that the country is self-reliant in areas of missiles, radars, sonars and torpedoes and many other systems. Mr. Reddy said the organization has been working over the years to develop state-of-the-art weapon system for the country's armed forces. He said the indigenously developed fighter aircraft, light combat aircraft, Tejas, and airborne early warning and control system are now on final induction after going through all the tests. The Telangana High Court has come into being with justices taking oath today. Justice T.B.N. Radhakrishnan was sworn in as the Chief Justice of the Telangana High Court this morning. Telangana and Andhra Pradesh Governor E.S.L. Narasimha administered the oath of office to him. Later, Justice Radhakrishnan administered the oath of office to 12 justices of the Telangana High Court on its premises. More from our correspondent.
The advocates and legal fraternity have been demanding separate High Court for Telangana ever since the separate state was carved out in 2014. The Supreme Court had directed the centre to bifurcate the existing High Court in Hyderabad, and by a central notification, the bifurcation process has been completed a few days ago, facilitating the two High Courts to function in their respective states. As per the notification, 12 judges, over 360 district and civil judges have been allotted to the new Telangana High Court. Andhra Pradesh High Court got over 16 judges and over 500 district and civil judges as the two High Courts began functioning as separate entities today onward. Lakshmi, AIR News, Hyderabad.
This is All India Radio, giving you the news. For quick news updates, round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. People across the globe welcomed the New Year 2019 and bade farewell to 2018 with festivities. Sydney and Hong Kong put on stunning firework displays in a spectacular welcome to the New Year, among the first in a wave of celebrations for billions around the world. Like every other New Year, United Arab Emirates welcomed 2019 with a spectacular and dazzling firework display. Our correspondent has the details.
The skies in UAE were illuminated with dazzling and mesmerizing fireworks, which left millions of New Year revelers wanting for more. While Dubai had 7 locations where fireworks were organized, the most extravagant one was at the iconic Burj Khalifa, which combined it with a colorful laser show to give the world's tallest building a glittering and astounding look. Sharjah's Buhaira Corniche and Abu Dhabi Corniche areas also had a dazzling firework display. The little-known emirate of Ras Al Khaimah entered the Guinness Book of World Record with the longest display of fireworks lasting for 12 minutes. Kanchan Prasad, AIR News, Dubai.
Back home, people are in a great festive mood across the country as well. Delhiites ushered in the New Year with songs and dances at various places. President Ramnath Kovind, Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu and Prime Minister Narendra Modi have greeted the nation on New Year. In a tweet, Mr. Kovind hoped that 2019 will bring joy, peace and prosperity to the families, to the country and to the beautiful planet. In his message, Mr. Naidu called upon everyone to collectively resolve to dedicate themselves towards building a peaceful, prosperous, inclusive and sustainable world. PM Modi hoped that everyone will be happy and healthy in New Year. In a tweet, the Prime Minister prayed that all the wishes of people are fulfilled in 2019. Information and Broadcasting Minister Colonel Rajyavardhan Rathore in a tweet hoped that God will keep everyone and their loved ones blessed. India and Pakistan today exchanged the lists of civilian prisoners and fishermen in their custodies. The lists were exchanged through diplomatic channels simultaneously at New Delhi and Islamabad. India handed over lists of 249 Pakistan civilian prisoners and 98 fishermen in its custody. Pakistan has shared lists of 54 civilian prisoners and 483 fishermen in its custody who are Indians or believed to be Indians. The move is in keeping with the provisions of the 2008 agreement under which such lists are exchanged on 1st of January and 1st of July every year. External Affairs Ministry in a statement said the government has called for an early release and repatriation of civilian prisoners, missing Indian defence personnel and fishermen along with their boats. In some sad news, veteran actor-writer Kader Khan passed away in Canada yesterday. His son Sarfaraz confirmed the sad demise of the 81-year-old comedian and character artist. We have a report.
Born in Kabul, Khan made his acting debut in 1973 with Rajesh Khanna's Daag and has featured in over 300 films. He wrote dialogues for over 250 movies. Before becoming an actor, he had written dialogues for Ranbir Kapoor Jaya Bachchan's Jawani Diwani. As a screenwriter, Khan frequently collaborated with Manmohan Desai and Prakash Mehra. His films with Desai include Dharamveer, Ganga Jamuna Saraswati, Coolie, Desh Premi, Suhag, Parvarish and Amar Akbar Anthony. And films with Mehra include Jwalamukhi, Sharabi, Lawaris and Muqaddar Ka Sikandar. Many actors, along with Amitabh Bachchan and Manoj Bajpayee, had paid homage to the actor. Madhuri Pange, AIR News, Mumbai.
President Ramnath Kovind and Prime Minister Narendra Modi have expressed their grief over the death of the veteran actor and dialogue writer. In his message, the President said his versatility from comic to negative roles and the films he embellished as a writer are still remembered. The Prime Minister said Kader Khan brightened the screen with his stupendous acting skills and lightened it. Mr. Modi said he was also a prolific screenwriter associated with many memorable films. In Uttar Pradesh, police has arrested 16 more people in connection with the killing of a police head constable, Suresh Prasad Vats, on 29th December last year by stone-pelting mob in Ghazipur district. With this, a total of 27 accused have been put behind bars in the case. The policeman was attacked by a group of Nishad Party workers, while he along with other policemen were trying to open the blockade by the Nishad Party workers on the Ghazipur-Mohammadabad road. In business news, benchmark domestic stocks, the Sensex and the Nifty, today logged marginal losses in afternoon trade. In lack of global cues, as major indices worldwide are closed today on the occasion of New Year, domestic stocks slipped around 0.3%. The Sensex at the Bombay Stock Exchange fell 117 points to trade below the 36,000 mark at 35,951. The Nifty at the National Stock Exchange was also down 36 points to trade at 10,827 a short while ago. However, the rupee at the forex market strengthened 8 paise to 69 rupees and 69 paise against the US dollar in afternoon deals. The prices of domestic LPG gas were cut by 5.91 rupees per cylinder yesterday. It is the second straight reduction in a month's time due to tax impact on reduced market rate of the fuel. Now, a 14.2 kg subsidized LPG cylinder will cost 494.99 rupees in the national capital from midnight last night as against 500.9 rupees. Minister of State for Labour and Employment, Santosh Kumar Gangwar, today honoured a food delivery boy, Siddharameshwar Siddharam Hamunabade, with a reward of 1 lakh rupees. He had saved the lives of 10 persons during the fire at ESIC Hospital in Mumbai last month. The minister said Mr. Siddharameshwar continued to rescue the victims until he started feeling uncomfortable due to the toxic gases due to the fire. Jair Bolsonaro will be sworn in as the new president of Brazil today. He won the presidential election in October last year. The former army captain won the poll on the promise to curb rampant corruption and crime in the country. Bolsonaro will be the first far-right president since a military dictatorship gave way to civilian rule 3 decades ago. And Qatar will cease to be a member of the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries, OPEC, from today. The country had sent an official notification to OPEC expressing its wish to pull out and to focus on its liquefied natural gas production in December. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. As many as 23 goods and services become cheaper today with reduced GST rates. Government infuses nearly 11,000 crore rupees capital in 4 public sector banks to enhance their lending capacity. Sale of 7th tranche of electoral bonds begins today. President, Vice President and Prime Minister greet the nation on New Year. Veteran actor-writer Kader Khan passes away in Canada. And India and Pakistan exchange lists of civilian prisoners and fishermen in their custodies. And with that, we end the Midday News.